Atalanta ran absolute riot against Lecce. They went up 2-0. This was such an exciting match. They went up 2-0. Lecce came back 2-2. And we know Lecce is a team that tied Juventus, that tied Inter. They caused a lot of the big teams trouble.
Yeah.
Did they beat Napoli?
They beat Napoli.
They beat Napoli.
They beat Napoli. That's right.
So they're a team that caused a lot of teams trouble. They ended up scoring 5 goals in the second half to win 7-2. It's the third game this season that Atalanta scored 7 goals. I believe that since the 1958 AC Milan team, no team has scored more than at least 5 goals more times than Atalanta this season.
It's insane.
This team is a mess. Michael even texted me. He's like, they were up by 3 goals, and Gasperini put in 2 strikers to keep going.
It's crazy. He brought in Muriel and Malinovsky.
It's absolute masterclass.
You know what? At some point, you tell yourself, I said, hey, when you going to, tell your player to
Chill
just
out,
take it
right?
easy?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
Atalanta has at least 10 more goals than any other Serie A team
70
right now.
goals, right?
70
something?
goals.
It's
Lazio have
unbelievable.
60 and the
Yeah, I
rest
think they have
are
60.
a big drop down.
It's unbelievable. But with, again, I sound like a broken record because they keep saying, with the wage bill that they have, they shouldn't. If you look at all the
They're
terms,
defying the odds, man.
if people look on paper, they're like, oh, this team, they should never have more goals than Juventus that spent with Cristiano Ronaldo and all this money, than Inter that spent all this money, than any of these teams.
Well, aren't you guys all the expert? You, your father, Peter,
I'm
Mike.
I'm the furthest.
Just a fan.
How many years I've been telling you that Gasperini, for me, is the best coach?
Yeah, but I don't think
Europe.
I don't think that even you would think that they'd have this many goals.
Forget about the goals.
That's the whole argument.
How many times I've been telling you guys?
Yeah, you did say it.
I've been saying that for the longest possible time. The guy knows it's an effortless game for them. All they do, they play a short game. You never see Atalanta stretched long. Yeah. So Atalanta keeps he has a narrow, consistency. Yeah. They just come up with a group and they back up as a group. So it's just unbelievable. It reminds me the Sacchi, the AC Milan of Sacchi, with the only difference that they don't have the libero, and they don't do the offside as much as Sacchi used to do, because Sacchi used to make them practice the offside like a religion. As long as somebody else had the ball, your opponent of AC Milan had the ball, Baresi would just call everybody up. You'll see 99% of the time the offside of AC Milan working. Now Gasperini is doing something slightly different, but in a way. The way that the team they play attacking the ball handler or double up with the ball handler, anytime that Atalanta doesn't have the ball, you count to 5 or 6.
They won the back.
They already won the back the ball.
Who attacked more though? This Atalanta or Sacchi's Milan?
Sacchi.
They attacked more.
Oh my God!
Really?
It was an attacking machine.
They had a lot better players though.
Well,
that's to be said. They had some of the best players out there.
But before we got those some of the best players, they were sort of not unknown, but almost
not to the level
unknown.
of Atalanta.
Yeah, for sure.
Not to the level of Atalanta.
But this is the reasons why I'm telling you that the greatness of Gasperini
I agree.
should be more enhanced because of the the less people they don't even know what they're watching over there.
Exactly.
We have Derun. Derun it's unbelievable.
Derun actually plays as center back too.
He's such a versatile player.
He can play anywhere.
Can play any position. Yeah. It's like an Energizer bunny. Even if when you kill him, the guy gets up and then
he's got an IQ. He's got a great IQ. In the Champions League match,
very smart.
That was one of the greatest. He was the greatest player on the
field. He was reading all the passes.
And the thing is about Derun is that he does the work. You notice Derun when he's not playing because he does so much work for the team outside. There's so many tackles that go into it, simple plays that allow all the players around him to do better. And even in the Champions League match, he dropped back as a center back at one point. It's very hard to be able to play a center back position, a CDM, and all this kind of things, and be very smart.
Do you think Gasperini tells them? No, those people, they know how to read the game.
Well,
they know they practice.
It's a little bit of both,
and they know how to read the game. Gasperini might tell them, listen, you see the empty space over there? Where is your position? Where is now your position? Go fill up the gap over there.
It works.
It just works all the time. It's a machine. It's an old machine.
And what's crazy is that they lose so many players every year.
Yeah.
They're constantly picked apart by the big teams. Look how many players that Milan and Juve have taken for them over the years. But it's like, okay, we'll pop this guy in. Hey, beautiful. I mean, they have Hateboer, Freuler, all these players, Malinovsky, that could come in, and they give even more when they're there. And I think the key is in the unity of all the players. Nobody feels like a superstar.
Or even the bench player. Look at that. Muriel can come at any time and just does damage.
Back, yeah. And they have a very good bench too for a team that's competing for 3 fronts like we're talking about.
The goal from Ilicic.
We know, we know Ilicic is like on a
That guy
different
In
planet.
football,
not
in football
easy to
today, you don't
read.
see that.
That guy's
He
not easy
beat
to
3
read.
guys.
He's not easy to read.
He's a
Ilicic.
beautiful
He's
player.
unbelievable.
Zapata too, he got a hat trick today.
Unbelievable.
It's just amazing the plays you can get. You got Muriel that comes off the bench, he scores. Manos, he comes off the bench, he scores a banger outside the box.
I love Atalanta.
It's just they play
Fun
such
team.
non-Italian football. He just recreates his own kind
Mike,
of football.
check the other
which is
results
incredible.
and let us know
And by
where
the
we're
way,
going.
we were talking about Atalanta and Derun. We have the shirts, Derun shirts
That's
signed by
right.
all the Atalanta players over here,
Yes.
including the coach.
These are our boys.
And
Ricarda.
Ricarda, she's Derun's wife. She's one of the, she's our fan. Hey, Ricarda, how are you?
Only Antonio's
Oh, yeah.
fan.
She loves you the most, she said.
Oh,
So
yeah.
She only watches podcasts.
Thank you. Ricarda, you are in New York or in Brooklyn, you call us, we take you to dinner, to lunch, and then to the podcast. And,
Dinner and lunch?
It's all done. It's all done. It's all,
Perfect.
all you have to do, just tell us like an hour before we drop everything. Okay?
If she tells you 30 minutes before, you're going to
30 minutes too. 30 minutes too.